I'm a student of the game, like you said, but at the same time, you need people around you that really know you and really love you and respect what you do. So, like Rafael Garcia, he's in the gym with me every day. My boy AK-47, he's in the gym with me. So, those are people that are around me that know what I'm capable of. And you need people like that around you. So, we come in the gym, it's just us here, And at the same time, able to work on the things that I need to work on without the hassle, without, people around, and I could get things done, better. And they know me better than anybody. So that's why I'm here in the gym right now, critiquing everything, and I'm trying to become a better fighter. My style is, I think I'm more of a original, I'm like a throwback fighter, original fighter, I studied the game, as I was coming up in the sport as an amateur, my amateur trainer, he had me watch a lot of film, and I tell people, I like to tell people all the time, to me a boxer is an imitator, somebody who can mock or imitate something. So I learned boxing back when I was younger just from watching, watching tapes, watching old fights of my father, watching old types of, of great fighters like Pernell Winniker, just watching and observing. And then the first time I got into the ring, I was able to, do the things that I was seeing on TV by watching guys like Pernell Winniker and those guys. So I tell guys that, like, if you can imitate anything, you can be a boxer, a fighter, And that's how I learned, basically, just imitating and watching other fighters. I feel like I'm a classic fighter in shape, but the Marvin Haglers, the guys who aren't afraid to, take big fights, And that's what I basically try to do, my last few years in boxing, I try to take the big fights, I'm not into, taking fights where I know I'm gonna win, where they're bringing guys in for me. I'm not into that, I want to fight the best. And it goes back to, back in the day with the throwback fighters, to be the best, you gotta fight the best. Back in the day they fought the best, Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, those guys, they fought each other, Now we don't really get that, So every chance I get to fight the best, I'm gonna take it. I always try to be different from other fighters, I try to more like be myself, I'm a tall, lanky kid, with long arms and good reach and good boxing skills, so that's what I try to stick to, I don't want to go outside of my element and try to become a brawler, because I'm not a brawler, so I try to stick to what I do best, and that's becoming a boxer, and that's exploiting other fighters' weaknesses. I try to base everything off my jab, my jab is my bread and butter, you come back with an uppercut, you come back with a hook off of it, and I think any great fighter will tell you, the jab is the most important punch in boxing. When I'm training, I try to get into a zone. Me, I like to listen to music. I like my music loud. When I just zone off and I try to work on the thing, I picture the back being, my opponent. And I'm hitting every spot, wherever, every opening I see, I'm hitting that spot and I'm working on it. But at the same time, I'm making sure that I'm in good position. My hands are up, and I'm throwing the punch, and the punch is thrown correctly, and I'm landing it correctly. So when I'm in the gym, that's what I'm doing. I'm just focused. I'm zoning out. And it's like, it's like I got a crowd watching me, and I want to do everything perfect. I want to make sure everything is perfect. I'm trying to perfect everything. Where I get to think and zone out is when I'm training. When I'm hitting the bag, I also get to think about different type of things, like my family, my kids, especially like when I'm running. I put my headphones on, I bundle up, and I run, and I'm just thinking about things that I can do, either with my kids or my wife or for something that I have to do. But I'm always thinking, and I think when you're training, when you're running, that's the perfect time, because it's quiet and just you're just thinking in your head, and you just think about things, and you're able to critique things, and like I can think about what I'm gonna work on when I go to the gym. Early in the morning I get up and go for a run. What am I gonna work on today in the gym? What's weak? What's one of my weaknesses? So I try to work on those things. The greatest of all time, the greatest entertainer in the sport of boxing. Best jab I've ever seen. Willie Pep, the slickest guy in the game. One of the slickest guys. If you go in a round without throwing a punch, you got to be a slick dude. So, and he's from Connecticut too. So. The most talented fighter ever. Again, I gotta say most talented, one of the most talented fighters ever. A big mountain. Joe Louis, one of the best. Like De La Hoya, That's millionaire. I mean, rich. I just think of rich. Cherry Rhymes was controversially one of the best to ever do it. Time Insurance, oh man, just devastating punches. Van der Holyfield, warrior. Marvin Hagler is just, you know, solid, just solid boxer, all around solid boxer. You know, I think God has played a major role in my life. You know, we've all done things that we're not proud of. We've all done things that you know God wouldn't be proud of. But at the end of the day, you know, you're able to correct your wrongs and right your wrongs. So, you know, I just tell you, you know, just believe in God, believe in yourself, and just, you know, just accomplish your goals and want to do something with your life. Like, you see all the madness going on in Chicago, and it's sad because, you know, kids aren't able to reach their full potential because, you know, they're getting hit by straight bullets and things like that. So, you know, if I could make a change in the world, I would definitely, you know, I would definitely do something, you know, to keep kids out of trouble, keep them away from the violence, and put them, you know, put their minds in a different place, you know, to become positive instead of looking up the drug dealers and looking up, you know, people who aren't doing positive things. So, you know, I would definitely definitely tell kids, you know, if you don't believe in anything, you gotta believe in something. You know, go find, you know, if you don't believe in God, go find somebody to look up to, find somebody to believe in. Because I mean, if you don't, you're going down a long, hard road. Whenever I get an opportunity, you know, I thank God for everything that's happened to me. You know, being able to provide for my kids, being able to provide for my wife, you know, and being able to take care of, you know, things I need to be taken care of, which is my bills. You know, I mean, it's just a great feeling. You know, but like I said, boxing has done so much for me. I can't even say. I mean, I'm just thankful that I found boxing. My father introduced me to boxing.